Well, hey there, scholars. How are you doing today? I wanted to touch base and kind of reach out, pass on some information. I've got some talking points that I wanted to cover. I hope that you're all doing well this weekend. It's beautiful outside, and there's definitely a lot of uncertainty. Tomorrow, I'm going to be at school. That's the plan right now. There's a lot of discussion in the community as to whether or not that's a good idea. I personally don't exhibit any symptoms. I'm going to practice social distancing and all of those things, so not even a corona bump at the door. I might have 5 students come, or there might be almost everybody. I would anticipate that turnout will be quite low, but we are going to have a normal day. That is the expectation presented to me by my employer, right, the district. So that's what we're going to do. That does mean also, as far as I am aware, that there's going to be food at the school, which is important, and that there's going to be a lot of messages coming out. Make sure that your folks are paying attention to them, especially about food and community resources available. And so for some of you, this might feel like, pretty overblown, nothing to worry about. For others, you're terrified. Right now, I just say do your very best to stick to the most reliable sources of information that you can find. Pay attention to what's going on here in the state of Washington. Health recommendations, and I would direct you as much as possible to direct your any research you're doing to the Center for Disease Control and the World Health Organization. When you're reading news articles, make sure they're referencing those sorts of things. And it's history in the making. And so it is definitely the most significant thing to happen in my lifetime, and which makes it by definition, I would say, the most significant historical event to happen in your lifetime as well. And so it's a global pandemic. We are in a national state of emergency. We are in a state of emergency here in Washington, and that has a lot of repercussions. Of course, we're out for 6 weeks. If you happen to go online, you may have read a News Tribune article, you or your family, in which the superintendent conducted an interview and stated that we might not have school the rest of the year. All sports are likely to be canceled, and that school won't go past June 19th, and also that instructors won't be teaching in a digital format. So that was made known through the superintendent in an interview. That was not directly communicated to me. So I don't know what's going to happen. I am not going to be assigning any work tomorrow. I have no intention of assigning tests or anything. Come in tomorrow to get a rundown of everything that I know. And I can't say that your other instructors, I don't want to speak for them. I believe that most are not going to be assigning big packets of work. I gave ones out to my regular US. Whether we use that, I have no idea. So hold on to it. If you want to come in, grab your binders, your notebooks, stuff like that. We don't know if College Board is going to cancel the test, push it back. As of right now, it looks like for a state as affected as us, we could likely take what would normally be the second test, the makeup test in June. So that's what College Board seems to be saying. The superintendent for the state made it clear that this is not a vacation for instructors, and it appears that we'll still be paid for our time. But what that work looks like, I have no idea. So myself and Ms. Hutchison, we very much, we're generally for the idea of doing some sort of digital online learning platform. Some of you will be very excited, of course, to hear the idea that we might not have any school and no assessments, no tests and anything like that. And, and if that's what happens, then that's what happens. But we anticipate and we plan and I plan on reaching out Monday through Friday, whether that's a video under 5 minutes, a screencastify, whether it's just a discussion post, something like that. We've got a story still to tell, and I'd like to share that story, and I'm going to need some continuity and consistency in my own life, and some of you are going to need that. Others, you might not post at all, and that's fine. So anyways, just know that it's occupied a lot of our headspace. I did not go to Vegas this weekend, sadly. Had to cancel that. One of my buddies had a rattling cough all week, and then it just looked like everything was going to close down. And so decided not to. Anyways, that's a lot of info. It's a little bit scattered, but take care of yourself. And for my AP students, currently stay in the textbook. I don't blame you, though, if that feels a little bit, hard to be motivated for. But do your best, and I will update you and be as transparent as possible. I'll see those that decide to come in tomorrow, and I will be posting, likely, my plan is to post videos upcoming. Okay, have a good one. Stay filthy.